Happy Friday evening, everybody. Friday, August 3rd, it's about 7:30 p.m. I got a little date here with John Deere in New Holland tonight. Mowing down alfalfa. It's ready. I'm gunning towards a third crop this year for all the alfalfa, making it into baleage. So therefore, the time is now to get it cut, give it a shot of some fertilizer right after the field's picked up, and I'm gunning after another crop. Oh, let's say the third week of September. Now I can say the third week of September because this is going for baleage. Don't be too quick to tell me that this is a good crop, folks. I'm gonna show you some stuff. We are in a very stellar area right now. This is phenomenal stuff. This is second cutting. It doesn't take a keen eye to see that this has been in bloom. In fact, it started blooming about 2 weeks ago. I know you dairy boys are probably fritting right now and probably even screaming. I'm cutting it while in bloom. Let's just all understand here that we're talking about beef cows. And also there's going to be some of this for feeding deer sales in the winter. December, January, February. I don't think it's very fair where I stopped here. This is about as good as it gets. The extreme east end of this field is very, very heavy. It always is. But this is about what we're looking here, folks. There are some very bad spots here. I don't even think I need to walk to them. You can just see from the discoloration. Especially all those lower spots. In fact, over there by that bale line that we did on, I can see it from here, June 22nd, there's nothing. Nothing. And this field suffered on the extreme west end as well. This field got hit very hard, very hard this past winter. Late February, early March. We had some beautiful, beautiful weeks or days in a row where we had some unbelievably warm temperatures, and the snow melted. Some of the snow melted. Well, what does it do? It collects in some of these lower areas, and just the water kind of sits there. And then boom, all of a sudden we got below zero temperatures. So now you're looking at some ice rinks out here. Folks, that's awful on alfalfa. That's about the worst. It basically kills it off. And then we suffered the same thing a couple times. It got really, really warm. Nice puddles of water all over the place. Boom, below zero temperatures. This field took a butt kicking, this alfalfa, this past winter. Now, I gotta watch my mouth here a little bit. There might be some of you even screaming at me. There's a lot of people suffering with some drought issues right now. Therefore, I need to remain a little positive here and be thankful for what's here. But I got to tell you, there's a little room to complain. But complaining's for losers, so let's just make this positive. Yeah, I made a decision about probably 2 o'clock this afternoon based on our very tricky weather pattern for the week. Extremely tricky. We got quite a bit of rain coming. We have about a day of dryness, day of rain, day and a half of dry, day of rain. I made a decision about 2 o'clock based on the few weather channels that I watch. I took a nice little average. And we are going to be dry all the way up until, it sure doesn't feel like it and look like it, we're going to be dry up until about 8 p.m. tomorrow. We're supposed to get the rain. So I made a decision. I got out here a little, about 5:15 p.m. I started dropping it. I've only got 45 minutes left. So I am most likely going to merge this tomorrow morning, dependent on dew. I'm going to end up merging this stuff with the rotary rake, the New Holland rotary rake. This isn't that thick of a crop. It is gonna cost me some time to merge it with the rotary rake, 2 rows into 1. But it'll save me a heck of a lot of time when it comes to baling. I'm also kind of by myself here for a week. Dad took off this evening to go on him and my uncle are packing some horses out west, going up to the mountains. I touched on that on a different video. I can't really call on my brother for help tomorrow either, shuffling bales for me for the wrapper, because he's on a fishing trip. So I'm the only idiot left here messing around with some alfalfa. That's okay. All right, real quick here. And by the way, happy Shout Out Friday. We are doing a shout out here when we get back in the tractor and start mowing some alfalfa. All right, what am I going to do with this field, not only for the rest of the year, what am I going to do with it next year? This is year number 4 for this alfalfa. Another reason to be very thankful for what it is right now, okay? Let's cut the crap. I'm mowing this down now. It's going to be baled and wrapped tomorrow before 8 p.m. Rain comes. Weatherman, you better be correct on this one. I'm going to give this a shot of fertilizer. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have not put nitrogen of any kind on this alfalfa for years. That's the wrong thing to do with an alfalfa field. The nitrogen will promote grass growth. I want to keep the grass out of here and keep this as pure as I can. Well, here's the deal. I think that time is gone. I need to ask the guys at the feed mill. They do have the answers. Should I put some nitrogen on this week? Give it a better little kick? I don't know. Here's the thing though. Next year, I want to take all cuttings of alfalfa on this. This is not getting turned over this fall. This is going to remain alfalfa for next year. I am going to nitrogen the living crap out of this field in the spring. And I'll be okay with promoting grass growth. This is going to be the most premium alfalfa grass mix baleage you'll be able to find. I just don't know if I'm going to hurt myself by starting that little nitrogen after this cutting. If somebody's got some answers out there, educated answers, I'm all ears and all eyes. We'll see what happens. After next year, this field is done. That'll be year number 5 on this alfalfa. It's done. This will be going into corn for 2020. And the following year, it'll probably be planted with barley or oats with new seeding alfalfa again. I kind of want this whole territory right here. There's about 80 acres here. I want all this territory to be concentrated on alfalfa. Granted, you have to switch it up here and there, rotate them, but that's what I'm looking at. Now that beautiful golden brown field you see right there, which is just phenomenal. We need to do an update on the oats. Underneath all those oats you're seeing right there is new seeding alfalfa, pure. So I kind of already started the process. Another example is you can probably see the cornfield over there. Folks, the corn has exploded compared to what it was. I'm seeing a lot of tassels out there. That's obviously going to be harvested this fall. And then for next year, I don't know what I'm going to do next year. I really don't. It's probably going to go into barley or oats with brand new pure seeding alfalfa. I don't know. I really want to keep all alfalfa concentrations out here, but of course there'll have to be a rotate every 4 or 5 years. It depends on the crop. This field that you see right here, I'm not touching it. You can probably see beyond the alfalfa field here. That is the rockiest field known to man. It's got all those hills on it. I don't plan on tilling that under and doing anything different with it anytime soon. And not to mention, that is a stellar hayfield and produces some of the nicest grassy second crop you've ever seen. So anyway, sure is nice when you have all the answers, isn't it? No, I don't. Good stuff. A lot of weak areas, but there's some good ones in here. You're about to see the extreme west end of this field, and she's thick. It always is. So, real quick here before we turn this disc vine on. Whew, that air conditioner works wonders in here. Before we turn this disc vine on and go for a little ride, let's do a little shout out Friday here. I've got one channel to shout out. This channel is going to be very familiar to many of you. If it's not, you're like me, you've been living under a stump. This is a great channel. This channel has been commented to me to look up and shout out multiple times. I'm a little embarrassed that I'm just finally doing it now. But the Funky Farmer. Funky Farmer. This guy's no joke. He's running over 50,000 subscribers. Running a family dairy farm in England. The little that I've seen of this channel thus far, I mean, we're talking maybe 4 videos. I'm seeing some very nice equipment that I'm interested in, liking to watch. Stuff I can't afford, but some nice equipment to watch. Absolute beautiful property. I absolutely love it. He's got one piece of equipment there that I'm just fiending for more videos. In fact, I promise you, this evening when I get done and I end up having a few beers, because it's Friday night, I'm going to be looking at more videos of his, it's a McHale baler wrapper all-in-one. I find that treasure chest worth of gold that's been buried somewhere over by the farm 100 years ago. I'll get one. The other thing I like about this channel thus far is this gentleman is extremely positive, very upbeat, and his explanations on what he's doing, very good. Basically, he's a great talker, full of information, education, whatever you want to talk, however you want to say it. Cows look beautiful. His pasture land looks beautiful. I'm very interested to see more of his channel, The Funky Farmer. If you haven't already checked him out, do it, folks. It's good stuff. We're hooked up to the H7230 New Holland disc vine. It's got a 10-foot 4 cut on it. And we're in the John Deere 6420. So, now you understand what I meant when I was talking about those meek areas. You've seen it for yourself. I'm going to turn you around here. You're going to see the west end of this field. Pretty nice. Remember, I got two hands, folks. So that's what I got going. Stay tuned for some very nice videos. Hopefully tomorrow, hopefully everything goes well. I'm going to be merging. Most likely I'm going to merge this stuff. I don't know. I'm going to decide that in the morning. I might end up merging this with the rotary rake, which works out pretty good. It's the cheap man's merger. And then baling. And then of course wrapping. So there's a big day coming tomorrow. Big day. That's about all I got, folks. Obviously, I made some major adjustments to the disc bind. The last piece of work that disc bind did was the sorghum. So I had to loosen everything up. The one thing I'm not doing is putting any tension on this alfalfa. In fact, I find that no tension point, and then I loosen it 4 more turns. I don't want to crimp this stuff. It's still crimped a little bit, but you know what I mean. Moved the wings, and then of course I had to change out that bolt so that the head actually tilts. So sorghum and alfalfa is a complete different beasts. I can tell you that right now. Goes without saying. But anyway, folks, happy Friday, happy Shout Out Friday. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned tomorrow for probably a good 3 vids on every step that I'm taking. We did 51 bales out here for first crop, which is nothing to brag about. Right now, I see a pretty happy medium mix out here. I see another 50 bales on the second crop. I don't know, we'll see. That sounds like a tall order to me. But we're gonna find out. And I'll take you along with me tomorrow. We'll make this fun. So, folks, have a nice Friday night. Treat yourselves, do something nice. I know I am here in about another hour. Maybe a little ride on the Ranger, a few beers. And also, we let the bulls out this morning. Love is in the air. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay tuned for a video of that. Talk to you sooner and later.